but have not registered as a speaker may write to us at cs@arvencon.com. We shall ensure that all the queries are responded at appropriately. In line with the provisions of Companies Act 2013, applicable MCA circulars, and SEBI listing regulations, the notice of 37th AGM along with the annual report for the financial year 2024-25 has been circulated electronic to all the shareholders whose email addresses are registered with the company or their respective depository participants. The notice and annual report are also available on the company's website and the website of National Stock Exchange of India Limited. The shareholders whose email address are not registered with the company has dispatched a letter containing web link to access the full annual report. The company had provided its members the facility to cast their vote electronically through remote e-voting, which was open from August 5th, 2025 at 10 a.m. and closed at August 7, 2025 at 5 p.m. For those members who have not exercised their vote, the e-voting facility remains available during the AGM and will continue to be accessible for a period of 15 minutes after the conclusion of the meeting. We have appointed Amrita Nautiyal and Associate, practicing company secretary, as a scrutinizers to oversee the remote e-voting process in a fair and transparent manner. Good morning, ma'am. Welcome you to the AGM.
Everybody.
All the resolutions as set out in the notice of AGM have already been placed for voting through remote e-voting. Now, we shall proceed with the election of chairman of this meeting. I request Ms. Sonal Doshi, Independent Director, to kindly initiate the process.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I propose name of Mr. Virendra Sanghvi to be the chairman of this meeting.
Devendra, sir. Sir, you are on mute.
Okay.
I accept.
I accept.
Jaydev, sir.
Yeah, agreed.
Ramchandran, sir.
Agreed.
Padma, ma'am.
Agreed.
Devendra, sir, you are on mute. So you can do a thumbs up and agree to the election of chairperson. All right, sir. So, Mr. Virendra Sangvi is elected as a chairperson of this AGM. I now request Mr. Virendra Sangvi, Managing Director and Chairman of the meeting, to address the shareholders.
Good morning to everybody. Esteemed shareholders, board members, and the guests. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all at the 37th Annual General Meeting of the Aarvi Encon Limited. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I extend my sincere gratitude to each one of you for your continued trust, support, and confidence in the company. In compliance with the provisions of the Act, MCA circulars, and SEBI listing regulations, this AGM of the company is being held through video conferencing mode. As the requisite quorum is present, I call the meeting to the order. I would now like to introduce you to the directors of the company attending the meeting through video conferencing mode. Mr. Jaydev Sanghvi, Executive Director and Chief Financial Officer of the company, member of the Audit Committee, Stakeholder Relationship Committee, and Finance and Management Committee. Mr. Devendra Srimankar.
Hello.
Independent Director, Chairman of the Audit Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and member of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Third, Dr. Padma Devarajan.
Hello.
Independent Director, Member of the Audit Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee. Thank you. Fourth, Mrs. Sonal Doshi,
Hello.
Independent Director, Chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Member of Audit Committee and Nomination and Remuneration Committee. 5. Mr. Ramamurthy Ramchandran, Independent Director and Member of the Audit Committee. In addition, our senior management personnel has also joined this meeting via video conferencing mode. Mr. Tushar Shah, Senior Vice President, Sales and Marketing.
Hello.
Mr. Manoj Ramkrishnan, Senior Vice President, Sales and Marketing.
Good morning, everyone.
Is Mr.
Yeah.
available? Manoj Ramkrishnan.
Yes, sir. Morning,
Yeah.
everyone.
Mr. Matthew Eapan, Senior Vice President, Accounts and Finance.
Present, sir.
Your face is half cut.
Present, sir.
Mr. Manvendra Singh, Assistant Vice President, HR and Operations.
Good morning, everyone.
Delhi.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Mr. Mahesh Repal, Senior General Manager, Sales and Marketing.
Hello.
Mr. Riaz Khan, General Manager, Sales and Marketing.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Mr. Santosh Kasturi, Assistant General Manager, Human Resources.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. We also have representatives of our statutory auditors and secretarial auditors who are present in this meeting virtually. The statutory auditors report and secretarial auditors report does not contain any qualifications, other reservations, or adverse remarks or disclaimers. The notice of the 37th AGM financial statements of the company for the year ended March 31, 2025, along with directors and auditors report and management's discussion and analysis have already been circulated to you. With your permission, I take the said document as read. The company has proposed a final dividend of 20%, thereby rupees 2 per equity share of rupees 10 each, subject to the approval of the members of the company at this 37th annual general meeting. It is both privilege and pleasure to address you all today and provide a brief overview of our company's of your company's performance during the financial year 2024-25. The financial year under review has been a year of resilience, growth, and strategic progress, despite the volatile global economic environment and continued geopolitical uncertainties. Your company has demonstrated strength and agility in adapting to the evolving landscape. The company achieved a total revenue from operations of rupees 510.39 crores, registering 25.7% year-on-year growth. We continue to maintain operational profitability and reinforce our standing as a trusted partner in manpower outsourcing and engineering services. Company made significant progress in building strategic partnership and expanding our client base across multiple industries. Aarvi has also invested in digital transformation initiatives to enhance internal efficiencies and improve client engagement. Looking ahead, we remain optimistic about the future with a strong order book, expanding international operations, and agile business model. We are confident of achieving sustainable and profitable growth in the coming years. I hereby authorize Company Secretary of the company to receive scrutinizer's report, countersign it, and disclose the results of the poll voting on the resolution set out in the notice convening this annual general meeting. Now I would like Mr. Jaidev Sanghvi, Executive Director and Chief Financial Officer of the company, to highlight the financial performance of the company during the financial year 2024-25. Thank you for your kind attention. B.D. Sanghvi.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chairman. It is my pleasure to present the financial highlights and key performance indicator of Aarvi Encon Limited for the financial year ending March 2025. The financial performance, our consolidated net sales net revenue from operation for the year stood at 510.39 crores, up from 406.14 crores. Our consolidated profit before tax stood at 11.22 crores, while the profit after tax was 10.04 crores. On standalone basis, the company generated a net revenue from the operation accounting to 464.08 crores, an increase from 377.64 crores in the previous year. The standalone profit before tax was 8.61 crores and profit after tax was 7.73 crores. Earning per share for the consolidated and standalone results were 6.79 and 5.23 respectively. EBITDA for the year was 13.4 crores with an EBITDA margin of 2.63%, demonstrating operational efficiency and cost control. Our overseas subsidiaries have contributed approximately to 46.3 crores to the consolidated revenue. The company maintained a healthy balance sheet with a strong cash position and minimal debt, ensuring financial flexibility. We continued to maintain strong relationship with our existing clients and successfully added over 20 new clients during the year across oil and gas, infrastructure, energy, renewable, chemical sector. The manpower deployment count has increased by 22% with over 6,000 plus engineers deployed across projects in India and abroad. Investment in digital transfer infrastructure led to enhancement of payroll processing capabilities, improved timesheet tracking, stronger compliance monitoring. With this, we move to Q&A session. I've received from Mr. Keshav Garg around close to 30 questions, which will may be able to give more clarity in terms of the organization. Client ID is IN 300214156469680. So what is the revenue and PAT growth outlook for financial year 26? Any internal target for the company? We are expecting a growth of 20 to 25% for the year and planning to increase the PAT percentage to anything in the range of 2.5 to 2.75% of the sales. What is a medium-term EBITDA margin target, and when do we expect to restore the EBITDA margin to about 4%? I think we should take around 2 years to reach out to 4% margin for EBITDA. Third is, what is the margin profile of domestic and foreign contract? So it is in the ratio of 90 for domestic and 10 for international. Why did EBITDA margin fail in the financial year despite of the growth? Due to certain low margin projects. Plus, there was competition also severe. We took certain projects at a lower margin. There was an impact of ESOP and on the EBITDA margin. What factor led to 11.5% year-on-year decline on PAT despite of the strong top line? Similar reasons in terms of only thing I would say PAT there was an increase in the interest cost. Certain low margin project and ESOP led to the reduction in the PAT margin. What is our financial year 26 revenue run rate expectation from staffing? So we will roll out our Q1 results shortly. You will get the information. But as I said, we are expecting 20 to 25% growth over the year. Are we facing sustained pricing pressure or margin erosion from the key clients or competitors? There will be always, I would say, competition in the business in terms of so there can be a pricing pressure. But now we've decided in terms of we are working on to improve the margin and PAT of the organization. 8. What steps are being taken to improve the operational efficiency and expand the margin? We are implementing automations. We are using AI for recruitment purpose. We are in process of digitization from timesheet to payroll to invoicing. So this will increase the efficiency and reduce the interest cost and increase the margin of the organization. 9. What percentage of the financial year revenue comes from each of the following? So oil and gas contributes the major business. I would say oil, gas, refineries, petrochemicals, which contributes to 50% of the revenue. 40% would come from, I would say 30% comes from the EPC, 10% comes from renewable, and rest 5 to 10% comes from the other industries. Which sector shows the highest level of the... So currently, still oil and gas and renewable plays an important part of our growth activity. What is the domestic and international split? I think I've already given which international geography contributes the most. So UAE in Indonesia contributes the highest sale at a moment from the international offices. What is expected growth outlook for each of the key international market? I think going further, Indonesia definitely because we have certain orders in hand. UAE, Qatar, and Saudi looks very, very promising for us. In terms of Oman, we are not seeing any significant revenue coming in from. Why did we discontinue the operation of the UK office? UK, we tried different methods to get into penetration. Still, the business was low and we were burning cash, so we decided not to continue negative cash flow and took a decision of close. It's not a close down. I would say it's lying low. Are there any plans to expand new international market or strengthen the MENA region? So I would say we will let us stabilize in the countries where we have already started working. Post that, we will expand in other geography also. What is the current average collection period and how has it changed year on year? Currently, we are close to around 80 days for correction. We want to reduce that to around 60 days, so we are working on it towards it. What is the provision plan? Expected credit loss in financial year. So it is 0.15%. We were actually earlier 0.25%. looking at the numbers, we have reduced it, and going further, we may just cap it after a year or so to a number which then we do not require to provide the expected credit loss. Are we being conservative given rising aging bucket? Didn't understand. What should be the expected provision for the financial year 26 in the P&L? We have been careful in selection of the clients, so I don't think so major, we have to provide a lot, but I think 0.15% would be suffice. It's actually less than 0.1%, so 0.15% should suffice. What percentage of receivables are from PSU, and how confident are we for recoverability? So PSU, the money is definitely safe. It may take time, but it is safe. 17% of the revenue comes from the PSU. What are the top 5 clients and percentage revenue? I think I will not be able to disclose the name of the top clients. It's more in terms of the confidentiality of the organization. But at the same time, no single client is exceeding 20% of the revenue. What is our current total headcount and how many professionals are deployed across the client? So we have total headcount is 6891. Out of that, 6218 is on contract and 453 are in the form of the professionals. What percentage deployed professionals are on Aarvi payroll? So all of them are in Aarvi's payroll. What is the current employee cost as percentage of the sales and how it has moved in the past 2 years? So employee cost is close to 73.48. I would say it is close to 80% when we add the professional cost also as a part of the employee cost. What is the attrition rate and how does it compare with the industry standard of the technical? I think for us, what I see is people generally tend to complete the project and they may switch if they are going abroad or something. So it's definitely in control. We are not have to do rework of our organization. What is our current net cash? I think we have around 10 crore in liquid fund, which it is contingent amount which we have kept it in a liquid fund, which may be used either for working capital or we may, if there is an opportunity available for M&A, we may utilize it, but it's 10 crore at the moment. What is the annual maintenance and replacement of capex is way too low. Whatever we, laptops and is what we tend to buy year on year. Each may last for 3 years to 5 years. What has been IRR and financial return expectations from our recent expansion and digitization? I think ROI expected through the efficiency should be, so efficiency gain would be in 18 to 24 months. So more or less all equipments we try to write off in that much time. How are we leveraging the technology to improve the talent resourcing, compliance and client resources? We are using 2 AI tools. One is for the recruiting and another tool what we are in the process of implementation is from timesheet to payroll to invoicing. This will help us to increase the efficiency and fasten the process. This also will help us to have a better, reduce our recovery time, get a quality invoices going to the client. How are we differentiating ourselves from players like Teamlease, Quest Corp? So both are, I would classify Teamlease and Quest Corp as a payroll staffing company, while Aarvi as more like a recruiting or a technical staffing company. They work more on general staffing mode, while we are more in the niche area. Are we plan to acquire a complementary business to build a proprietary digital? Not at the moment. No current plans for any acquisition, especially in the IT, because it takes a lot of time. What is the impact of the skill development program or internship program by the central government? Minimum impact on us as we focus on experienced engineers. Currently, we have we will look at skill development at a later stage, but currently there are no plans for it. What is the company's 3 years target in terms of revenue margin and international footprint? So idea is that can we move to 800 crore is what we are looking at, 4% EBITDA. 20% comes from the international sales and 80% from the India. Out of 80, I would still break down 60% from staffing and 20% from operation and maintenance services. So that's the more breakdown in terms of the 3-year plans. Which sector and geographies are the biggest growth drive? I would say at the moment, renewable and manufacturing can be the biggest growth drive for Aarvi Encon. In terms of India is the largest player for us. We are looking at Saudi, Qatar, and UAE and Indonesia as a international growth drivers for in the form of a geography. There is another sets of questions asked by Bharat Bhai Ne Gandhi. His client ID is IN 300513105698820. So there is a comment. Auditor signed on 1st July 2025, but the meeting was held on 8th August. Good, thank you. So what is the capex program? There is no major capex plan for the year. What is the dividend distribution policy? So dividend distribution policy we've been defined as anything in the range of 20 to 30% of the profit to be distributed as a dividend. What are the total number of headcounts in office and plant? So I've already answered that. Who are the main competitors of our business? So there are certain global company like Brunel, NES Globals, domestic players like Bonis, ANI are major competitors, or a lot of pop and mom shop companies which become a part of the competition. How many subsidiaries and associate companies are profit making? At the moment, I think Qatar is losing money. Balance all our profit making. UK, we have just brought it down to standalone type of a thing. In page 119, other expenses, give the detail and explanation for the below item. Traveling and conveyance. The expenses incurred by the staff of the company for outdoor office meetings. It can also have the expenses towards the deputies who may be traveling on behalf of client. Professional fees. The fees for professional fees includes the fees paid to the certain employees which come as a consultant. Also to the auditors, statutory auditors, lawyers, legals. So bank charges, bank operating charge, these are interest and margin money or bank charges for renewable of the facilities. Printing and stationery, these are operational expenses. Remuneration to auditors, fees paid to the auditors for conducting both internal auditor and statutory auditors. Repairs and maintenance is more towards the laptops of the organization, which may be yeah. So there are certain members they have requested for asking either questions or making comments. So one by one, I would request you to unmute yourself once I give your name, and you can ask or give your comments. So Prakashini Ganesh Shinoy, 12032300009783665. So Prakashini ji, please unmute yourself and Prakashini ji, if you're there, please unmute yourself. Otherwise, I will go for the next.
The member is absent. You can
Absent. Okay. Next shareholder number is 120816011657760. Yogesh Vilas Vesvikar. Kindly unmute yourself to ask questions or comment.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Uh, First of all, Chairman sir, you have given an excellent speech regarding our company's prospects. I have also read out from the news that we have currently in June and July we received contracts of tuned to around 36 crores for APC contracts. So it's a really good thing which is going on. I thank our management for giving us the dividend well in time also. I also like to thank our company secretary for all her correspondence work related to this AGM, right from sending me the physical copy at my residential address. So I thank for that. As far as my queries and questions are concerned, much of my queries have been solved since the first speaker's queries, which you have taken, almost 30 questions you have taken. Again, thank you for that. But still, as far as my queries are concerned, sir, since we operate from Italy, that is in European, sir, currently geopolitical tension which is happening, that is with European Union as well as in Russia. So how are you evaluating? Are there any Russian employees which are there in European Union? Because this is where some discrepancies which are being carried out in some companies, especially those oil rigging companies and all. So how are you evaluating those? And secondly, sir, as far as accounts are concerned, sir, this year in other expenses, although you have mentioned up that you have on page number 100 and 100 and yeah 119, it has been shoot up from 250 to 733. Any particular reason for that? And sir, apart from that, I have one more, two, three questions more. One is related to our here page number. It is most pertaining to the key audit matter. Sir, here we are having, why can't we have solve out the income tax, with the directly with the, the proper authority? Because now the government does allow us. Here, it's almost from 4 to 5 years. This it's pending. So, have we done any provisioning out for that? That's on page 138, the audit matter which has been referred out. And sir, I also like to understand what since we are having at arm length the that is this is regarding the Aarvi IT services. So, what's the role of it? I would like to understand that. That's it from my side. Thank you for allowing me to speak, sir. And sir, I would really request you to 360 out of the 365 days, 364 days are management days. 1 day is of shareholder. If we could have a hybrid meeting, I'm not saying a physical, but hybrid, where all people from Mumbai can get up at your office and have a word with you. In fact, our Prime Minister also says chai pe charcha. So it would be a really a good thing which would be happening. Apart from that, sir, again, thank you and for allowing me to speak, sir. I support all the resolutions.
Thank you very much, Yogeshji. So I'll go one by one. So we are not working with European Union, neither we are working with Russia. In terms of there has been opportunity to deploy people in Russia, but at the moment do not want to get into it because a lot of my clients which come from Europe, they have offices in India, so do not want to get in between the crossfire. So at the moment, I don't work with Russian deployment in Italy, sir. Second was the increase in the cost of the is mainly because a lot of our employees may be having a salary more than 1 lakh or plus, so they would like to come as a professional and not as an employee. So that's the reason the other cost would be on a higher side. In regards to income tax refund, I think up to last year, we have already got the refunds from the department. This may be the small money which may be under discrepancy. Valid point in terms of we will also talk to our statutory and tax auditors to try to help us out to get it over with. Aarvi IT services actually is not part of Aarvi Encon. It's a proprietary company which is into training and development. And I also welcome your suggestion in regards to the hybrid model. We surely look into it, and hopefully from next year onwards, we'll try to have in person and hybrid model AGMs. Thank you very much, Yogesh ji. I hope I've clarified your.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. So next question by Bimal Kumar Agrawal ji, or comment either of it. His number is 120-323 000-350-2453. So Bimal ji, kindly unmute yourself and.
So shareholder is not available.
Okay. So next person who wishes to ask question or comment is Lekha Satish Shah. The code number is IN 30063640102-157. Lekha ji, please unmute yourself and ask questions.
So again, the shareholder is not available.
No, shareholder is there. I'd seen.
Then she has logged out, sir. I cannot see her in the attendance.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, so if but irrespective, I can keep a forum open to anyone who wishes to ask question or make comments. It's so floor is open to anyone who wishes to ask questions or make a remark or comment. Leela, over to you. I don't see anyone raising hands, so.
All right, sir. Now I would like to remind the members who are present at this meeting and who have not yet cast their vote through remote e-voting are now requested to do so. The e-voting facility shall remain open during the AGM and up to 15 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. The results of the voting will be declared within 2 working days from the conclusion of this AGM and will be submitted to the stock exchange and uploaded on the company's website accordingly. As this AGM is being conducted through the virtual mode, the requirement of submission of proxy form is not applicable. I would now like to call Mr. Tushar Shah, Senior Vice President of our company, to give vote of thanks to the shareholders and stakeholders. Tushar sir, over to you.
Thank you and good morning, everyone. I'm deeply honored and privileged to propose the vote of thanks on this momentous occasion. At the outset, I extend my heartful gratitude to all our valued shareholders and stakeholders for their active participation, continued support, and being a constant source of strength to the company. On behalf of the entire management, I sincerely appreciate your trust, encouragement, and partnership throughout our journey. My thank also goes to our board of directors for their strategic guidance and commitment to the company's vision. Our Managing Director, Shri Virendra Sanghvi, and Executive Director and CFO, Shri Jaidev Sanghvi, deserve special appreciation for their insightful address and their clear articulation of the company's performance and future direction. A special note of gratitude is due to our esteemed independent directors, Mr. Devendra Shirmankar, Mr. R. Ramamurthy ji, Ms. Sonal Doshi, and Dr. Padma Devarajan, for generously sharing their time, wisdom, and professional insights, and for constantly upholding the principles of transparency and good corporate governance. I also wish to express heartfelt appreciation to our senior management employees and their dedicated teams, whose unwavering commitment and passion continue to drive the company's success and resilience. Our sincere thanks are also extended to our advisors, statutory auditors, secretarial auditors, bankers, registrar and transfer agents, and all other stakeholders for their invaluable support, guidance, and trust over the years. With this, we conclude the formal proceedings of the 37th Annual General Meeting. Thank you once again for your valuable presence and continued support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Board of Directors. Thank you, scrutinizers. Thank you, company secretaries, auditors.